Okay, enough number crunching, enough hypotheticals, enough formulas. I'm not going back to 10th grade algebra class ever. Instead, let's talk about week 8 and an interesting week. By far, the most intriguing East Valley matchup I would think would be Highland Mountain View, and a couple of teams who are very much in playoff contention. And walk us through this one. They almost, in some ways, seem like kind of mirror images of each other in terms of how they play and how this game is going to shake out. Am I along the correct lines?
Yeah, I mean, just as far as how they got here, yeah, neither was expected to be 5-2 at this point, and both had really good wins last week. Mountain View was outgained by almost 300 yards by Red Mountain, but figured out a way to win that game
Special teams.
in overtime. And Highland, deserved to beat Desert Mountain, so Highland's been really impressive. They lost to Desert Ridge in a blowout early, but ever since then they've been really good. I think Mountain View can throw a little bit better than Highland can. Highland's defense is, I think, better than Mountain View's. So both of them have a little bit different strengths. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of points. I think both defenses are going to do a pretty good job. It should be close. I just looked at Tackle the Trib, and 50% choices on both sides. So it's literally a toss-up. It could really go either way.
Yeah, that's writing the definition of toss-up. Yeah. The other, besides obviously the offenses, curious to see Highland sort of nicked up in the backfield. They've had some injury problems, and they've done a terrific job of navigating through those injury problems. I'm curious to see how well Mountain View's offense can respond, because it was a real struggle against a pretty good Red Mountain defense, obviously, last week. They used Chase Funk at quarterback almost exclusively in the second half, mostly because of his ability to run and occasionally throw the ball. They wanted that sort of that second dimension. You picked a toss-up. You're calling it a toss-up in this game. Obviously, most people are. A low-scoring game is the winner. Is the loser very much still in the playoff picture as far as you can tell with the rankings?
Highland, if they lose, they're in more trouble because I think they play Mountain Point the next week. So if they lose those two games, now you're sitting 5-4. They'll probably finish 6-4 if they lose this game, and that might be the bubble. Mountain View is a little bit higher in the rankings, so I think they're okay because they also have a game against Mesa, which is an easy win. So I think Highland needs to win this game more, but I'm guessing both of them will probably be in either way.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one, and kudos to Highland again for the kind of season they've had to this point. And we'll see if it continues, because this is a monster week for them to pull off a win.